TJ Clark, the co-founder and CEO of Librari. Librari provides contract intelligence. We've built an AI that identifies, organizes, and analyzes contracts that are hiding in your business apps, like Google Drive, Gmail, and DocuSign, so that you never miss a business opportunity. We built Librari with a team of 5 experienced entrepreneurs. I started my career as a trial lawyer and spent the past 25 years leading startups. Librari was born of our everyday business challenges with respect to managing contracts. For example, try as we might, we wanted to keep a single repository with all of our business contracts, and we wanted to understand what was in them. We wanted to know what our contract deadlines, renewals, and obligations were. And we wanted to know if we were missing important contracts like an NDA or missing signatures on them. And these led to real problems within the business. We had a missed software renewal, which was more than 6 figures. We had salespeople that would leave for a competitor. And when we tried to find their signed NDA to send to the competitor, we found that it wasn't signed, or we couldn't find it at all. We looked to the market for some solutions to this difficult challenge and found that they were all inadequate. The current solutions, like DocuSign or the large-scale CLMs like Icertis or Ironclad, were all created before AI. And all of them assume that you already know where all your contracts live, leaving you to find them and put them into their systems in order to get started. The problem was, it turns out your contracts were in all kinds of different business systems being used in the various departments within the business. Additionally, these solutions didn't offer AI, and they didn't surface key terms like renewals and obligations unless you inserted them into those systems yourself in order to get reminders on them. So we struggled along, like most companies, still managing our contracts manually, which was a very time-consuming process, leaving gaps and blind spots. At Librari, we believe that contract intelligence is the way to solve these problems. We're targeting the underserved space between e-signature tools and the expensive CLM solutions in the market, competing on time to value and ease of use, not feature bloat. We designed Librari to be the smarter, faster way to manage your contracts. We want you to be able to get organized effortlessly. We want you to never miss a renewal again, and we want you to be able to search anything and find what you're looking for instantly. Librari is found at thelibrary.com, and when you arrive, you can sign up immediately by clicking Get Started, where you can continue with either Google or your Microsoft account. Once you're logged in, we wanted to make getting started as easy as possible. You'll find a list of connections for commonly used business applications: Google Drive and Gmail, which are used by over 80% of small to medium businesses in the US. DocuSign, very familiar e-signature leader. And coming soon, we'll be adding Dropbox, SharePoint, and Salesforce, as well as other applications as users request. Once your applications are connected, they will work overnight, and in the morning, you will see a complete and organized library of all the contracts that our AI found in your business solutions. And this is your library, containing all of the contracts that Librari found via AI in your business systems. In my case, Librari found 653 contracts in those locations. You can see them all listed below, and you can view them by type, by the party, by the title. You can search them by keyword. You can export any of them via CSV. We offer an advanced filter function where you can search through any of your agreements by such criteria as party name, the file name. You can search for contracts that include specific clauses like assignment provisions or exclude specific clauses. And you can use AI to do a fuzzy match or find exact terms. If you want to find any of your contracts that are only partially signed or unsigned, you can filter by that criteria to increase your compliance, contract amounts between a min and max, a date range, or archived contracts. For each of your contracts, you'll see the name of the contract, the parties involved, the start date, the status of the contract, the type of contract, in this case, a master agreement, and the expiration date. You can view any of the contracts or dispose of them from your library. Let's take a closer look at one of our contracts. This is a residential lease. On the left nav, you can see certain elements. This contract is a residential lease. On the left nav, you can see key summary information about this lease. For example, it's expired. It was fully signed and executed by both parties. You can see the parties and the signature status and dates. You can see the key dates for the agreement, a summary, and the commercial value of the lease. On the right side, you can see the actual agreement itself and can search it through keyword search. You can search the contract via keywords, for example, termination, and it'll show you all the instances within the agreement where termination exists. Within the agreement, you can also look at the detail view. The detail view is a breakdown of all of the metadata that we've extracted for this particular agreement via AI. You can see lots of detail here between the document and the parties, such as the URL, where that's located, the status of whether it's fully executed. You can see the key date summary and what these mean. You can see the term and renewal and exit terms of this lease, the governing law, and your obligations on behalf of either the landlord or the tenant spelled out. All of these values can be searched or exported via CSV. I'm excited to share our latest release, which is AI chat from within any document. You can ask the AI any question about the contract, about its risks, strategy for renegotiating the contract, any specifics about term length, or any of the aspects of any of the clauses. In terms of upcoming releases, we're excited to launch a calendar. In terms of upcoming releases, we're excited about our calendar of key dates and obligations that the AI has identified within your contracts. For example, looking at August 2025, you can see on each of the dates key expirations, renewals, obligations, and compliance items that are arriving. Below, you can see a zoomed-in view of any of these details, letting you know you have 5 days left for this expiring agreement to be renewed, which has a value of $48,000. You can page through these months, and you can look at any specific details regarding the agreements. You can view the contract itself. You can archive it if it's not relevant. You will also receive an email reminder of your upcoming critical dates on a monthly or weekly basis of your choice. Finally, in terms of new releases, we'll be updating our dashboard features to include all of your highlights at a glance for critical dates, your new activity of contracts entering your feed, which is a really key feature of Librari, because once you connect your apps to Librari, going forward, your library will maintain itself. New agreements coming into those apps will be identified and then added to your library. And you'll be able to get inspirational reminders about compliance tasks, agreements that have missing signatures or are expired. Finally, we believe this is Librari's time to strike in this market. AI has now cracked the code for the identification of agreements, and the ability to find them within all these varied business applications. And we believe this is a once per decade opportunity. The tech, the mainstream validation of these business problems, and the massive opportunity within the mid-market is what attracts us to this space. And we believe that Librari is positioned to win. Thank you.